Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I will be the English trainer for this hour. We will be going over the topic things that annoy you. Let me show you a little bit about what we will be doing. First of all, we will go over, look at these pictures and talk about how these pictures might annoy other people. Then we will do a kind of a free discussion and list all the things that annoys you. Then we will go over 5 different idioms. Then we will practice these idioms. Then we will have a discussion about the topic of things that annoy you. So that is the plan for this class. I hope to see you all here as we practice English. The learning goals will be to learn some new idioms, possibly some new vocabulary words, and then also to just practice speaking. So that is the plan for today. Hello, guys. How are you? Moham and Alberta.
Hello, Holly. How are
How
you?
are you? How are you? Pretty good. Pretty
I'm,
good.
I'm great, thank you.
Good. And how are you, Alberto? So what time is it right now in Syria, Moham?
It's 8 a.m.
Oh,
In the
okay.
morning. Yeah. There's so much fog today. I don't know why.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holly, look, I'll be right back in about 2 minutes. I'll
Okay.
change my spot, my place. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
No worries. Alberto, are you there? Okay, if you're trying to speak, we cannot hear you. So, best thing to do is go out and come back in. That's one way to get it worked out. Oh, good. You were loading. It was loading for you, I think. Can you speak now? Hello, Alberto.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Really good. So, tell me. Right now it's midnight in Mexico, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, what's the weather like right now?
What was?
The weather? Is it hot, cold?
It's cold.
Is it
It's very
cold?
cold,
Okay.
yes. Well, sometimes in the morning it was very hot, but now it's cold. It's different.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. We just got a what do you call it? Another cold spell come through, and a couple nights ago I was like, why am I so? I finished teaching, and then I was like, why am I so cold? Why am I so cold? And then I looked at the internet to see how cold it was. It was minus 12 degrees. So it was minus 12 outside. It wasn't that cold inside, of course, but um, so anyway, how was your Christmas and New
Uh,
Year's?
like Christmas, I didn't do anything in Christmas, but it was very, very, very funny in New Year
Mhm.
because I ate a lot of food. I
Mm.
ate turkey and a lot of beef,
Wow.
pork, and soup. Well, I don't know, can I say in English, but it was soup with mustards and
Mhm. Yeah. So is in your family is New Year's more important than Christmas?
yes,
Mhm.
because it's the last day of the year, and it's very important that we can meet together
Mhm.
in in all the
Okay.
family. Yes, this was
Wow.
funny, and we burned down a lot of fireworks. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So you instead of burn down, we set a lot of fireworks.
Yeah.
So we set fireworks. Okay, yeah, it's not. I saw some fireworks here in where in my town, but it's actually not legal. So
Yes,
it,
here is not
here
legal too.
it's not
I
okay.
yes, I have to buy to some people who sold all these fireworks, but in secret way.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, but my when I lived in Finland, it was legal on New Year's, and so I would always the last few years I was there, I would always stay at home with the dog, um, because fireworks when everyone is doing it scares them to death. And on New Year's Eve this time, even though there wasn't a lot of fireworks, there were some gunshots. Um,
yes,
and so the dogs were like just shaking this year. So they were both next to us and everything. So
yeah, I know. I
so
hmm, it was. Well, where do you live?
I live in Idaho. Do you know where
Idaho.
that is?
Yes, I've listened about Idaho, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know any town of the United States. I'd like to go one
Okay.
day of this.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
it's just it's just north of Utah, south of Canada, and it's
Canada?
it's a yeah. Let me show you on a map where it is.
Idaho is Canada?
Um, it was south of Canada,
Ah, okay.
just like Mexico's south of the U.S. It's right
Yeah.
here. This is where
Ah,
I
okay.
am.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's close.
Yeah. So it's of course I am down here, so basically I'm closer to Oregon, and then of course Canada's right up there, so it's south of Canada.
Oh, yes,
So
it's very, very
and
near.
this is Utah, and then Nevada, Oregon, Washington, Montana, Wyoming. So we're surrounded by one country and 6 states. So
Whoa. There are a lot of states.
yeah, we do have a lot of states. So and hello, Alexander. Are you able to speak?
Yes, hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening. Or good morning to you. How has your
Yeah, for
morning
me
been
it's
so
good
far?
morning. Yeah.
Yeah. How has your morning been so far?
It's good. I've been watching sport translation, UFC. I
Uh,
guess you know what it is.
Football?
No, UFC.
UFC.
Yes,
Oh,
UFC. I hope you know it.
uh, that's boxing.
Fighting. It's kind of, yeah.
It's a type of boxing.
Mixed martial arts.
Oh, is
Not
it? Okay.
octagon.
Yeah. I know that there's some people that I used to work with that really likes it, but I really didn't know much about it. So, all right. And Molham, you're back. Did you find a new place?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm returned next to the stove
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Yeah. All right.
because I was in the kitchen and it's getting cold here,
Uh-huh.
so I went to the living room.
That's kind of like there was one day, 2 or 3 days ago, that I taught like at 9 o'clock, and then I had a 2 hour break, and then I taught again. And during that break, I was really, really cold, and I couldn't figure out why. And I finally came back, and I on my computer, I checked the weather, and it was minus 12 degrees. It's like, oh, of course. And so I wrapped
Oh
myself
my
up in
god.
blankets. So, I put blankets around me and so forth. I was very toasty by the time I started teaching again. So, but all right,
That's too cold.
yeah, is it? Yeah, it's been colder here. But thankfully it doesn't last for very long. Alexander, what is the average temperature where you live in the winter time?
Average, I guess now it's 10, 15.
Minus or
The
plus?
minus, yes, of course,
Minus.
minus in winter,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So what we had was the average temperature for where Alexandra lives in Mulham. So
Now it's actually 0. It's
right now
quite
it's
warm.
0. It's
Yeah,
warm.
it's
Yeah.
quite warm
Um.
for this time.
Yeah. I used to call that a heat wave when it was ever above 0. So okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. So the topic is things that annoy you. And so, yeah, right now it's a -6 degrees here. So I guess it's colder here than it is in Russia. So, all right. How can these people be annoying? So let's start out with this baby over here in the corner. Oops. Alexander, what do you think? How can this baby be annoying?
He make noises, he can scream all the time when he want to eat or sleep,
Mm-hmm.
or he feel discomfort because
Okay.
he
Okay. Yeah, so he makes much noise. Okay.
yes.
Alberto, how do you think this baby could be annoying?
Maybe, well, he doesn't look like very annoying, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe it can, he, he can or she can bother you when she starts to cry
Mm-hmm.
or to shout aloud, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be very annoying, and more when you are sleeping.
Okay. All right. And Moham, how can this baby be annoying?
Usually at this age, they are not that annoying, but they can be when they cry and they play a lot. If they have like small toys that make sounds,
Mm-hmm.
they just move it around. They'll be annoying as hell. And if there's no one playing with them, they're not getting enough attention. They'll just try to grab your attention. So if you like wear a glass, they'll come and try to take it off, take your glasses off. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and they can make those little machines can make a great noise. Yeah, when crying, when they want something.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, especially when they want something. And personally, I think the if I if the child is not mine and I'm in an airplane or a shopping center and they start making noise, that can be annoying to the other customers and other passengers. So, hello, Ra. How are you today?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. My name
Excellent.
is Rashid. My name is
Rashid. Okay,
yeah.
Rashid. Okay, Rashid. Where are you from, Rashid?
I'm from the Netherlands.
Netherlands. Awesome. Well,
Yeah,
welcome.
yeah, thank you.
Welcome. All right. So what do you think, Rashid? How could this cute little baby, be annoying?
This little, this baby can be annoying. Um, I think when he's crying a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and um, and uh, and you don't know why is he why he is what the reason is no what the reason is why he's crying, I think.
Okay, so you don't know why he's crying, or you don't know what
Yeah.
the reason for him to be crying or her to be crying.
Yes.
Yeah, that can be annoying. Yeah. I don't think it's as annoying as much for the parents as it is for other people. Are any of you guys parents?
No.
No? Okay. Moham, are you?
No.
Well, come again? Can you repeat the question, please?
Do you have any children? Are you a father?
No,
No, okay.
no, but I have I have a niece and a nephew, so I know how much noise can they create.
And know how
Yeah.
much noise they can create. So yeah, that's how my experience too. I am not a mother, but I know how annoying they can get for me. So all right, so this guy over here, what do you think is happening here? Alexander, how can he be annoying? What's going on here? What do you think? Your guess.
How he could be annoying?
Or how could he be?
Maybe
Why is he
he's
annoyed?
maybe he's nagging. Um,
Maybe he's nagging somebody else. Okay, so
I don't know.
maybe
I
he's
don't know
nagging.
I don't
Right.
know what he have is in his hand. So what,
Yeah, what the beauty of this is we can pretend like we do, and we can just lie and say something. So,
okay.
what do you think, Rashid? What do you think is going on in this picture?
Mm, I don't know if that's a paper or, but if that's a paper, I think he can't finish his paper, or
Mm-hmm.
he have a hard time to finish his paper. I think
Yeah. It's
that's that kind of things.
it's either a paper that he's written, or it could be a contract.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so a contract. Moham, what do you think about this guy? What do you think is going on here?
I think he's pretty annoyed of something. Maybe he was trying. Maybe he's sitting alone with his babies, and he's pretty annoyed by the noise by him playing his or by him crying. He's on the verge of explosion, but he knows that it's only a little child. It's
Mm-hmm.
only a baby, and he can't do anything
Mm-hmm.
to calm himself.
Okay, so he's really trying to keep from losing it. So, okay.
Yeah, he's trying to
Uh,
keep his grip on life,
uh-huh.
on grip, his
Yeah.
sanity grip.
He's yelling with these other pictures there. So, Alberto, what do you think is going on here? Alberto, are you there? Hello? Okay, so maybe there's a problem with the microphone. So let's go on to this picture right down here. To me, it looks like a brother and sister. Alexander, do you have any siblings?
no, I don't have.
Oh, okay, no siblings. Okay, what do you think is happening between these two people?
They're arguing who get the hamburger, I guess.
Okay, so they're arguing as to who gets the hamburger. Okay, all right. Rashid, do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have two older brothers and one older sister.
Oh wow, so you were the youngest of
Yeah, I'm
of
the
three
youngest.
of four. Okay. So tell us a little bit about how you were as a younger brother, annoying to the older brothers and sisters,
I Yeah,
or
they
were
were.
you?
No, I think I was a little bit. I was much younger than them,
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't know if we argued a lot. And yeah, the I am 7 years younger than my older brother. How you call that? Who's next?
Oh, I'm 7 years younger than the next brother. Oh wow.
Okay, yes, then the
Okay.
next brother. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So they
Okay.
saw me always as a little brother who, yeah,
You got in the way.
I know.
Okay.
So But I saw but I saw my older brother and my older sister. They were argued a lot, and they were also annoying each other
Mm-hmm.
because yeah they are the difference between them was 1 or 2 years, so 2 years. So
Mm-hmm.
they were
Mm-hmm.
annoying and they were argued and sometimes a little fight. So
Mm-hmm. And but you were lucky enough to not experience that because you were like from a large family, but then an only child, depending on the time period in your life. Yeah. So, how about you, Molham? Do you have any siblings?
Yeah,
And
I do have siblings.
tell us, did you have a lot of sibling rivalry going on?
No, actually not much because I was like the youngest among my among my brothers and sisters.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and so not much of hassles
Okay.
between us.
So, were you annoying to them at all?
I'm not sure. I might have been because I was like 5 years younger than
Okay.
the youngest son, the youngest sister. So
Uh-huh.
I might have been annoying when I was a baby or a toddler.
Uh-huh. So you may have had similar such issues that Rashid has since he's a 7 years difference. Okay. And
Yeah, yeah.
I have a sister who is 8 minutes younger, so she's a twin. And my older brother was 2.5 years older than me, and the next one was 4.5 years older than me, and the next one was 7 years older than me. And like you guys, I don't remember much about the one that's 7 years older. I guess I remember a little, but the other two, my sister and I were so annoying to them, I think. So, and then to each other as well, because we were so close in age. So we had a lot of those kind of things. So, okay, this question, this picture right here, what do you think is happening here? How is he being annoying, or what's going on? Alexander, what do you think?
Yes, he's annoying because he's screaming.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and he's screaming, and the other students seem to be ignoring him though, which is good. So, Alberto, can you speak yet?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. So, what do you think is going on with this guy?
I think that he is shouting a lot because maybe he's suffering bullying. I don't
Okay, so
know.
he's we would say suffering from bullying, or he is getting bullied. So,
Bullied.
So
Yes.
here I'll write these down. Suffering from bullying, which is
I
hard to
don't know what
say.
that means. I don't know what that
Getting
means.
bullied. This is when usually if somebody is getting bullied, it is when usually a bigger kid or a group of kids tease and make fun of you.
Okay.
And it usually happens, every child gets bullied once or twice. And usually it's the one child that gets it, that does it all the time.
And how you spell that? Bullet?
Well, it's the verb is to bully.
Okay, to bully.
Bear with me a moment. Something just happened. One moment. The verb is to bully. Something just happened with my computer. Bear with me a moment on this. Yeah. So for example,
Only if he's the one
Moham,
who's following the other.
he
So
could be
would
the one.
we? So we say he's bullying. He's
He's being.
bullying.
You would
Yeah.
say he's being a bully is one thing. He's being a bully, or he is bullying. Hello, are you there?
Yeah. He's being
Okay.
a bully, or
He's being a bully, or
he's being a
he
bully.
is bullying.
He's bullying.
Yeah. So being a bully is, I think, the main one. Being a bully.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, my computer just kind of did something weird. So bear with me a moment while I get it back.
Mm.
Yeah, I have a second screen, and all of a sudden it went black, as you guys saw. It was like, what? What's going on with that? So, okay. Okay. Okay, now it's working again. All right, but it's not actually where we need it to be. Okay, so Moham, you think this guy right here is bullying? He is the bully. He's being the bully.
Yeah, I think he's bullying someone. Or it's either that or he's taking a selfie with his classmates.
That's probably what he's doing. Is being kind of weird, but he got into the category of annoying. So who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? He could be the kid that everybody bullies, but he also could be the bully himself. So who knows? All right, let's go to the next one. What I'd like you guys to do is think of just. We're going to make a list of a few different things that annoy you. What are some things that annoy you? And I will write them down. So for me, what annoys me the most is when people tailgate me. Tailgating.
Tailgating?
And that's when a car follows too closely.
Okay, yeah.
And that annoys me to no end when I'm driving. I wrote closing and I meant closely. So what else? What annoys you, Alexander? Can you think of something?
Yes, it's mostly noise from my neighbors. Yeah, especially when it's too too late.
Okay, so noisy neighbors.
Yes, noisy neighbors.
Okay, all right. And Alberto, what is something that annoys you?
When some people coughs you.
When some people what?
Coughs you. Yes,
Okay.
coughs you. Cough.
When people cough on you or near you.
Okay, yes.
Without see.
Can we say at you? Cough at you?
At you, I think on you makes more sense. But I think near you is the most common one. But the big thing is without covering themselves. you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Basically, they're not protecting their coughs, or they're spreading germs. So spreading germs. I think if somebody says he coughs at me, I don't think that anybody would. No, it's coughs on you. I wouldn't accept coughs at you as a more that I think about it. So, okay. And Molham, what is something that annoys you?
People who skip their turn in when I am standing in a queue.
Okay,
Like
so people
who walk.
I'm trying to yeah, okay, people who cut in line is what we say.
Yeah, cut
People
in line.
in line.
People who cut in line when I am at a queue in a queue.
Yeah, when I'm in
Standing
line,
when I
when
am
I'm
standing in line.
standing in line or standing in a queue. Someone is standing in a queue or a line. Okay, and Rashid, how about you? What is something that annoys you?
What annoys me is that people who talk very arrogant, I think.
People are arrogant.
Yes, who feels more than others. So feels themselves more than others.
Yeah, when they just kind of and it probably because they seem arrogant, but they're probably very insecure, you know. But yeah, that can be very annoying. So, Rashid, what do you do about it if you run into somebody who's pretty arrogant? Do you stay away from them? Do you call them on it?
Oh, it depends. Depends of if I see the person once and never again, then I think I don't do much about it. But if it's a friend or a relative of or someone who's closer to me, then I will tell him they kick in such a way that it doesn't hurt him.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah. I don't talk to if I don't know the person, then I will nothing say to him, I think.
So you probably won't say anything, but if you know somebody, you might we say in English we say nip it in the bud. If we nip something in the bud, something in the bud means to fix it.
Okay.
So nip it in the bud. So yeah, so if you don't know somebody, if you know somebody and you want the relationship to get better, you'll nip it in the bud, you'll talk to them, it'll get better. Otherwise, you don't. Okay, how about Alexander? What do you do about your noisy neighbors?
If it's too late, I go to them.
Okay, so you go and actually ask them to be quiet.
Yes.
Now, in my country, a lot of people will call the cops. When I lived in Korea, they said if you call the cops would just laugh. So, how about in Russia?
The same at us. Yes.
Okay.
So something like that. Yeah. They
Okay.
don't care.
Okay. And Alberto, what do you do if somebody is coughing on you? Do you say
I don't say anything, but I think myself in my mind, well, man, what are you? I don't know. Why you don't cover your nose or
your mouth
with your hands? At least with your whole arm. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, I don't start a fight with him. No, I don't say anything.
Don't say anything. Just
Yeah,
but you
but
can
it's
complain in your
annoying for
head.
me. Yes, but it's annoying for me.
Okay. All right. Mulham, what do you do when people cut in line?
I usually do nothing because it might cause more trouble than it might cause more trouble to me and to other people who are standing in lines. Yeah, but I just despise them.
Hmm. So in English, we would say that it might cause more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah, I was just searching for the word and I didn't
I
remember it,
noticed
so I
that.
just yeah.
Yeah. So it might cause more trouble than it's worth. Yeah, and that's I'm the same way with when people are tailgating. I will start complaining in the car. I'll just start going, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I'll put my hand up. Sometimes I'll put my hand up, um, and hope they get the message. And sometimes I'll slow down or hit my brake, but it depends on how close they are. I don't hit my brake if they're too close. But I do a lot of complaining because I know they can't hear me. But if I was close by with some of your guys' situations, I probably wouldn't say anything, unless like Rashid, if it's something that is going to hurt the relationship, I would definitely say something. So.
But is tailgating, is that in our
There's
country when you, in our country in the Netherlands when you are tailgating, then you and the police see that, then you can get how you call that?
get a ticket.
Yeah, I can give a ticket from 400 euros. So it's a
Hmm.
very serious.
Oh wow.
Yes.
In the States, a cop might stop you for tailgating.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it definitely, if there is a car accident,
Okay.
that person will be at fault, and that person's insurance will pay, and that person will get a ticket.
Yeah.
So, but that is if the cops see you. They might not. There's also, as far as tailgating goes, there's also something called a tailgate party. Um, and this is something where during sporting events, people will go tailgating, and it won't be the same way as following too closely. It's a completely different meaning. In that respect, what they do is they have their party at their car, and and so a lot of times before college and pro football games or any type of games, people will be tailgating. And let me show you some images of a tailgating party, so that you'll know that there's two meanings for this.
I didn't get why would they like tailgate?
It's basically right near the game. And so you can't bring, for example, you can't bring alcohol into the stadium, but you can party out in the parking lot. So what they do is they have a party in the parking lot. Right. It's just one of the parts. I guess it's just something that is done, you know, um, before different games. I've gone to one tailgate party. It was a university. It was sponsored by the university, and all the professors went to it. And it was in a tent actually, but they call it tailgating. So this is a possible. In fact, I think this is BSU. Um, but yeah, so that's also another one, another meaning for tailgating, just for information. All right, let's go on. The next section of this lesson is on idioms. So we have 5 idioms here idioms that indicate annoyance. We've got to be up in arms. Alexander, could you read this sentence?
If you are up in arms about something, you are very angry.
Perfect. So if you're up in arms, you're very angry. So I get up in arms when somebody tailgates me. So, Alberto, could you read bite head off? Could
Okay.
you read that?
Bite head off. If you bite someone's head off, you criticize them strongly and perhaps unfairly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for example, in Mulham's example, if he were to say something, some people might perceive it as that he was biting the head off, because who cares if you cut in line? And so he would be making it a big deal. So it's not worth it to say anything. Okay. Mulham, could you read blow a fuse?
Blow a fuse. If you blow a fuse, you suddenly lose your temper and become very angry.
Yeah. So you just to blow a fuse, you just become angry. And then next one, have a bone to pick. Rashid, could you read this one?
Yeah, have a bone to pick. If you have a bone to pick with someone, you are annoyed with them and want to talk to them about it.
Yeah. So Rashid's example, where if he has a friend that is too arrogant about something, he will have a bone to pick with him, and so he will maybe take him out to coffee or somewhere and talk to him and say, "I have a bone to pick with you," and it's totally fine. Usually, you would say that to the person, "I have a bone to pick with you," and the next one is cheese. Excuse me, I missed it. Cheesed off.
Sorry, I have a
Okay.
question about that.
Uh-huh.
Is it have a bone to pick? Is it always negative or
Yes.
could it also be a positive thing?
No, it's always
Always
negative.
negative. Okay.
Yeah,
Always
so
annoying. Okay.
yeah, so if you have a bone to pick with somebody, it means you have something you need to talk to somebody about, and that person might not like hearing what you have to say.
Okay.
So,
Sure, I have a doubt.
excuse me?
I have a doubt.
You have a doubt?
Doubt or
Doubt?
doubt. Yes, I have a doubt. What's the meaning by head off again? Because
Oh, bite your head off? Okay. If somebody bites your head off, it basically means they say something really strongly to you, and maybe you are innocent. So, say for example, in Mulham, in your example, the reason that you probably will not, you would say it would cause more harm than it's worth, because not everybody thinks cutting in line is a big issue, right? Some people think it's no problem. So if you say something to the person, people will think you are biting their head off and being very strong, when you're like, hey, I'm just trying to keep my place in line. So that's why you probably will not say anything, because you don't want to bite, you don't want people to think you are biting their head off.
okay.
Okay, but usually if you bite somebody's head off, another example of somebody biting someone else's head off is a married couple who have been married for a long time. And they get annoyed with each other very quickly, right, about different things, and he will bite her head off and she'll be like, what did I do, and then later he will apologize, or vice versa. Okay, that's I think a better example. So
Okay, I get it now.
yeah, I think the married couple makes more sense. So cheesed off. If someone is cheesed off with something, they are annoyed, bored, or frustrated. So cheesed off. Okay, let's see if we can practice some of these. So we have this gap fill here. We have up in arms, bite my head off, blow a fuse, have a bone to pick, or cheesed off. So, Rashid, do you think you can read this first one and put the right idiom in there?
Jen is absolutely
sorry.
Cheesed off with her job?
Yes. That is correct.
Holly, what's the meaning of cheesed off again?
It kind of means you just get, to be cheesed off with something, it means you get bored or angry or upset for small reasons.
Okay, it's like annoyed then.
Annoyed. It's another way of saying annoyed. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. So, Moham, can you read the next one?
I work 10 hours a day all week, and my boss bite my head itself for not doing my share of work.
Yes. So instead of
Yeah,
bite,
totally. Because I
bit.
work and so we are bit. Of course, the same tense. Because we are using and as a conjecture.
Okay, so I worked 10 hours a week in my all week, and my boss. You would still say, and my boss bit my head off for not doing my share of the work. If you keep it at bite, uh, um, you would okay.
No, actually, I get it because we have it happened in the past 10 hours. No, not 10 hours. It happened in the past because the first clause is in the past and there's a conjecture which is and.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. So the thing is, what you would do here, you could use the word "bit my head off" because in spoken grammar it would be no problem, but in the actual written grammar, it would be, and my boss bites my head off because he, she, it bites. You add the s. You add the s to that. That's how it would change. You wouldn't say, "and my boss and my boss bite my head off," so it bites my head off. But you also could keep it at bit, and that is spoken. It is correct. I would actually say my boss bit my head off, but I totally see what you're saying as far as grammar goes. So, okay, all right. Next one, Alberto, can you do that one?
Okay. The population was mm, was up in March of the demolition of the old theater.
Yes. So if you're up in arms about something, you you're upset, you're angry about it. So the population was up in arms about the demolition of the old theater. So what does demolition mean, everyone?
Demolition. To
The
destroy
destruction.
something?
Destruction, yeah. So they're going to tear it down. So, all right. Next one. Alexander, could you read the next one?
Mark wants to see the boss. He says he's got cheesed off with him.
Okay. You can say if he wants to see the boss, if you want to use cheesed off, which has already been used, you would say Mark wants to see the boss. He is cheesed off with him. But for this one, it's a different one. He's got a bone to pick with him. So he has to talk to him. He's got a bone to pick with him. So, and the last one, Charlie. Any suggestions on this one? Of course, we've got the last one, of course, there. But what tense? How would this be?
Blow a fuse.
So, Charlie blew a fuse.
Blew, yeah. Fast.
Blew a fuse yesterday when he discovered that his iPod had been stolen. Okay, do you guys know what to blow a fuse is literally?
Yes.
Does everybody know what a fuse is?
Yeah.
Yes, everybody does. Okay. Oh,
But I
his home.
But I don't understand the sentence because this
Okay.
said then, eh?
Yeah. Well, basically, he blew a fuse.
When or then?
Oh, it should be when. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My mistake. So when he discovered that his iPod had been stolen, so he blew a fuse. Does that make more sense now that we have it fixed? So that's something that spell check doesn't catch. So, all right. Okay, so tell me, Alexander,
Yes.
when was the last time that you were cheesed off about something?
On on New Year, when my friends all drunk very bad, and I
Okay.
had to drive them because I was sober.
Oh, so you had to be the driver?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I don't drink.
Okay. So that cheesed you off. Okay, that totally makes sense. Okay, Alberto, and
Yes,
tell us, when was the last time you bit someone's head off?
it's okay.
Yeah, when was
Wait,
the last?
I'm thinking.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Uh, um, an example, it can be, for example, when I tidy up all my things and my no, it's against. It's all the opposite. For example, I I don't tidy up all my clothes and my things, and
Mhm.
my mom bites my head off to
Mhm.
arrange all my things.
Oh, okay. So your mom bites your head off and you're like, I've already done this, mom, and it's not as good as she wants.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. All right. So, Malholm, can you tell us about a time when you or a group of friends or colleagues were up in arms over some issue?
Yeah, the last time I was up in arm was on Thursday, the last Thursday. I was with a friend of mine, and we were speaking uh, about about uh, the military army, each country, and how big uh, how big is the military of each country. So he had like a graph, and he was showing it to me.
Mhm.
That yeah. So the discussion heated about the importance of having a strong army
Mhm.
for the stability of the country, for the stability of any country. Yeah, and we both of us was in the end of discussion were up in arms.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah,
because you got probably the discussion. Did this
it got
discussion get
heated.
really heated?
Yeah, totally.
Get really
Because
heated. Yeah. Okay. Because you both had different opposite opinions and so forth. So,
yeah,
yeah, excellent. Rashid, can you tell us about a time when you had to talk to somebody because you had a bone to pick with them?
When was the last time? Um, hmm. I have to think very hard when
Uh-huh.
a bone to pick with somebody. I think my nephew was the brother of my sister. Oh,
Uh-huh.
sorry, but the son of my sister.
Okay,
He,
that would be your nephew.
yeah, my nephew. Oh yeah, he's now doing a study, but he given too much. Yeah, he doesn't pay attention of or too much attention about his study. So I have talked to him, and um, nah, I don't think it's a good example.
Hmm. Well, no, because he isn't studying, right?
Yes, he doesn't study, and yes.
Um, so because he isn't studying, maybe you have a bone to pick with him and want to sit down and talk to him
Yes.
about thinking right about his studies.
Yes.
So that's a good example. Yeah. Yeah, anytime you have something that you need to talk to and you have an issue you need to talk to somebody about, yeah, it would be a bone to pick. Yeah. All right. So we just have a few more minutes left. Let's try to answer a couple questions. We've got some questions here. So let me try to ask. Alberto,
Yes.
what annoys you most about living at home with your family?
That my mom tells me, where are you gonna go? And
Uh-huh.
why do you arrive very late at
Mm-hmm.
home?
Mm-hmm.
All those questions bother me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, so she wants to know where you are and why, now are you over 18?
Yes.
Okay, you are over 18. Do you still live at home?
Currently, yes.
Okay.
But I'm gonna move on to another town coming soon.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, when you're in your 20s, it seems like you move back and forth a lot anyway. So, yeah, okay. So, Alexander, um,
Yes.
what are some things that car drivers do that annoy you?
Uh, they don't turn on the signal when they turn left or turn right, especially it's a woman.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so they don't turn on the signals, and it's usually a woman?
Yes,
Really?
99%.
Really? Huh, interesting.
Because most of them just buy license. It's very common in Russia, unfortunately. And if you see two car crashes, it's 99% that one of them is a woman.
Well, really? Oh,
Yes.
wow. And it isn't the same in my country. It's a lot of times it's young men under 25 so, who are,
For us, it's a woman. But
interesting.
not all of them, of course. I know
Mhm.
woman and my friend that drive very good,
Mhm.
even better than many guys.
Yeah, I know some men that don't drive well, and I know women that drive well. So, all right, let's go on to the next one. We know this answer for Molham. So, um, um, Molham, do you get annoyed when other people display bad manners? Give some examples.
Yeah, of course. But like it depends if he means to do. It depends actually. Like if
Mm-hmm.
he's doing it on purpose to annoy me, I'll be up in arms and I might make a big hassle out of it. But if he's
Mm-hmm.
just doing it spontaneously without thinking, it's just a habit.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing. I I won't even consider it. So it
Okay.
depends on on his intention.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If he's just doing it to annoy me, I'll of course be like up in arms.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you. And Rashid, how about you? Do you get annoyed when someone cuts in front of you when you are waiting in line?
Yes. Yes, I'm very annoyed if someone do that because it's
Uh-huh.
not polite and
So, uh-huh.
yeah.
Okay, so if
Yes.
someone does that. Okay. Someone
Yes,
does.
and sometime when older people does it, then I doubt if I said to them, but But in generally, I annoyed with that. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, everyone, I want to thank you for your participation. I hope you learned some new idioms and got a chance to practice a little bit. And I hope to see you in another class sometime soon. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye,
See you.
Holly. Thank you.
Bye.